No, I didn't really work. I don't play a guy who's particularly, physically adapted much. He's sort of an everyman, a normal guy who's thrust into a very, incredible and extraordinary situation. So.
With some amazing fight scenes, though.
Yeah, I know. The most of the work was done in choreography and spending a lot of our weekends working on that stuff and making sure that it's the difference with this movie and a lot of different action movies is that it's the choreography and the fights in those movies are very stylized, and in this movie it's actually quite real and ugly. So because of that, you have to work a little bit harder because the moves aren't so precise, and there's a lot more flexibility for someone to get hurt. So we had to really make sure that we knew what we were doing when we were doing those fights.
And did you get hurt a lot?
Yeah, everybody got a little banged up, Denzel got a black eye, and that was my fault. I separated a shoulder, which I tend to do on every movie. It was everyone had little bumps and bruises, but you wouldn't, that's the job. I would feel bad if I didn't, and I feel like I didn't do my job properly if we didn't get too beat up. So.
Now you play a CIA operative,
Yeah.
a young one, and who's kind of optimistic and,
Yeah.
would you say naive? Describe him.
He's not optimistic. He's just kind of like you meet a lot of these CIA guys, and they'll tell you when they went into the agency, they're very patriotic, and they're very God and country kind of people, and they're very idealistic, So I wouldn't say he's like an optimist. He's just he's a guy that has some very, very firmly rooted beliefs, and those are all uprooted when he meets this other man played by Denzel Washington, and that other Denzel Washington basically pulls the curtain back on this agency and shows him what it really is, and that my job isn't to protect America and be a hero. My job is I'm a murderer, really. I mean, that's where I'm going. That's the road I'm on, and he shows that to me, and that's a pretty disconcerting. Yeah.
There's a very disturbing waterboarding scene, and I thought it was really very great of these filmmakers to put that in there.
Yeah, really intense. Yeah.
The relationship of your character and Denzel's character sort of becomes a master student eventually, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's these two guys are sort of inexorably marching toward one another throughout the course of the film, and by the end they're quite integrated. Yeah.
Did you like South Africa and shooting there?
I loved it. It's a great perk to this job that we get to see some pretty exotic places and not only just visit them, but really immerse ourselves in the communities there. So I loved it. We all did. We all had it was a really special place and a special time for us.
Do you think there's a Safe House 2 coming?
I don't know. That's funny. You should ask. I have no